remember me. I am the praise. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the praise. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the praise. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the praise. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. The catamounts who talent don't average out. If your flow ain't nowhere near this caliber, that don't count. Competition get flattened out. Getting money like I went top 3 in the first round. My salary that amount. They want my style, but that ain't much to be flat about. I take it as a challenge when rappers calling my status out. One of the best, and they ain't my pedigree. You can have the rings, Ori did it, AI's legacy. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the praise. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I said I am the praise. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the praise. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I said I am the praise. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the praise. Next level. One of the best. Next level. I'm coming for everything. Everything. I am the praise. Remember me.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the Riasi, we still outside. Mine on the richest, heart in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we don't ride nobody wave, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni again hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Okay, ready?
Past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Here's Lance. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Running on first down, Eckler. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And his size. He's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. So defensively, 3rd down, you're thinking get the stop, maybe force the field goal try. Instead, he's able to shake free and not just get the first down, but get the touchdown as well.
Yeah, so much for the best laid plans, right? And you knew once he got past the line of scrimmage, he was gone. Got the head of steam behind him. Rolled off to the races. The only surprise would have been if anyone caught him.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
And they'll go for it. Lance. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's got it down to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's got it. And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Eckler, touchdown, Chargers. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in his first quarter. He's got both of them.
They're certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it?
Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
Now, think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
So the completion good for just 3, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. They'll roll him out right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Up the middle with Eckler. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. Second down and goal. Herbert. This is caught. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Justin Herbert scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Well, this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by John Johnson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that end up watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Working from the gun, Lance. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Here we go, set.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And now here's another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out? He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. After the sack here, 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
Herbert. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on third downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Herbert off of play action. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
52 blaster.
Now a play fake. Lance. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to at least get one score back. Tucker with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Chargers 35. Ravens 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12.
Number 30, Austin Eckler, ball carrier. The tackle made at the 12-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Herbert. And it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 13-yard line.
Shotgun now for Lance. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Complete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Lance and company going on 4th down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Isaiah Likely, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
The kick is good.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. And find Everett there, complete. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that...
He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Williams, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. Looking for Bateman, he's got him complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
On 1st down, Lance. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Herbert now. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. It's Williams on the catch. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it,
He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Herbert operating from the red zone. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the football back at their own 17. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being open?
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. The Lance going to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. 3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's his 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Williams brings it in. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Eckler now between the tackles. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusives, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chargers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football. Dobbins hit and he fumbles. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to...
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And picked up by the Chargers. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. From the gun, it's Lance. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. And they'll go for it. Lance. And now here is another interception. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, you know, most quarterbacks, when you talk about their big playability, you talk about the arm, but this, an absolutely huge play with a leg.
And also with his mind, because he had to see this play develop in order to make the decision to keep it and run. And how about him?
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Play action. Now it's Lance. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he first shot in there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been excellent, 6 for 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And that's into the hands of Eckler. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Steps away. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
104 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Steps away to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Here's Herbert. Caught on the slant. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. KJ Herbert. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They're probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
And Lance now to throw. And now here's another interception. Derwin James with a pick. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right?
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Chargers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards to pick up there.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A handoff. It's Eckler. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score. Chargers 70. Ravens 14. Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Okay, ready?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit. And now here's another interception. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. He'll buy some time right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
23 yards to pick up there. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. And you're going to get it. Sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Desperation time here. Lance. And my goodness, another interception. John Johnson with the INT. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side. Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last two drives. It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? The game's already decided, as you